Okay, Formal just called spikes, right? You know how he knew they were spikes? Right there. Did you see that? You guys see that on the screen? Right there. The guy crossing spikes. See that cross? Yeah. I mean, on his POV, he's close to his monitor. He's locked in. He knows where to look mid-game, too. It's going to be in a better, higher definition resolution as well, right? Like, but that little cross right there, he sees that? He calls spikes. He checks C immediately off his spawn, right? This is just good awareness. He knows based on his spawn location and where his teammates are that the open area for the enemy has to be in C and P Street. P Street is all unknown space. Formal going to play out the right side, but he does it cautiously, which is smart. He knows he's a solo player here. His teammates are pushing up left. So you see the centering, the reticle placement, the discipline here as he plays it out slow. By pushing out this right lane, he gives space to his entire team to ensure that nobody slips through on the collapse from C, right? So this is just good disciplined Halo to give your team coverage on every lane. You got Legend in mid lane, you got Formal in right lane.
I'm purple, guys. I'm purple.
Yeah, he knows to anticipate somebody pull. Purple is walking it out slow.
Benches or something?
So we know he's isolated.
Purple, one trap, cycle.
Drop on cycle. Nice fight. It's so simple, but this is meta in Halo Infinite right now, is to always be standing on an object before a fight starts. Even just a slight high ground advantage is a big deal because Formal can mix up his strafe by dropping off the vending machine at any point in this gunfight, making him a tough target, right? Drop mid-fight. You can late jump out of a drop. You've got options. It makes it hard for Cycle to track. Turns out he was actually team-shotted by Renegade. Renegade from Trash, catching the call-out, gets one shot in, and that's enough. Leaving Formal one shot. He turns, pre-nades out back A, so he knows that his team, with all the pressure they're putting on C right now, there's a chance that the spawn could flip. So there's a moment here for OpTic where they're not sure if the spawn's flipped, right? You see how they're like split on their decision making?
I
feel like OpTic maybe could have been quicker to like identify that 3 players, like the rest of the team was in C at that moment. Like they never mentioned like 3 in C, leaving, I think, Bound isolated with the Stalker. They're very quick to catch it though. Formal recognizing nobody's in A. Comes center map for camo instead. Shoots 3 bullets into Frosty, and that's all he needs. Renegade put 2 shots into Frosty before he died, leaving Frosty half shields. He only needs to hit 3 shots. Formal from the hip. 1, 2, 3. Those are hard shots to hit. You got to respect the confidence, the pacing, the intentional pacing to make sure he hits those shots. If he doesn't get this camo, this whole play is different. This situation's kind of mixy. So as he applies the camo, comms are so important in this moment because Bound puts pressure on C, and as they're all focused on C, there's a chance the spawn could flip. They still haven't fully cleared out C as well. If the spawn flips A, they're going to get themselves caught in the middle of spawners on C and on A at the same time. So communication is big here. Formal with the camo can get intel. They take their time here, right? Legend getting shot from behind. Formal rejoining the fight. Off Legend's comms. Nice 3-shot beatdown. Formal knows he's between Legend and Bound and Renegade. Bound and Renegade are a pair in this moment. They're working off each other. Legend is isolated. So Formal knows to have like an extra layer of focus on Legend in his positioning as he collapses on PD.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at Bound. I came real.
Wait, it's pretty sure I think. And red room, I think. I'm not sure.
Cool. Picks up off Legend. This right here, listen to Legend.
I'm turning Sabri.
Perfect. Just I'm pushing PD, Matt. I'm turning Sabri. Sabri is Legend.
I'm turning Sabri.
Formal comes back. That reaction headshot is huge, right? If he doesn't get that kill and pick up off that comm, and this player lives in PD, this whole play is different once again. Such a good execution. And then he gets the shoulder on last shot. Back A last shot. He hits like a quick peek on A. He knows that if he kills Cycle here, even though he's camoed, the enemy team now knows his position. Cycle can see his body on the death cam as well. But Formal with a quick shoulder, he got intel on last shot's position back A. He saw his name and he saw the player.
Back A, last shot.
Last shot, there you go. And now that he knows that he saw the name tag, he will know if he's still back A when he flanks and he sees the other 2 in Cafe, right?
I'm jumping on.
And then as the collapse comes in on the left-hand side, he's going up to Heaven Ledge. This is the best place on the map to control with camo. He gets intel on 2 players. Target selection here too. You got 1 player, 1 shot. He selects the weaker player and isolates him. That's so huge, right? Making sure that you're fighting the critical fight that matters, playing this patiently, not just shooting the first thing that you see.
My cafe. 2 shots, cafe. We can smoke.
And then he's in the smoke. He calls his rotate to ATM. He can see Legend's position, right? He knows based on Legend's position in P Street what he can see. And he knows that Legend's not looking at ATM. So Formal's best play in this moment is to get the cutoff on ATM. If the guy backs up, Legend can still clean that up. But if he cuts off ATM...
ATM maybe.
Yeah.
Really big benches, really big benches.
Watch the ATM. Watch your benches. Watch your benches.
Just a good pitch.
Rail.
Calls rail immediately. He knows based off his rotation and the aggression that they're putting on Cafe here, when he flips this side of the map, they're opening up PD to B spawns, right? This side of the map is opening as OpTic collapse. So Formal immediately looking C calls B rail. So he's reading based off their collapse on Cafe and on bound spawn location in C.
Really benches.
That the enemy has to be coming from B and PD side of the map. So he reads rail. Rail waits for it. Bound says, I'm here. He's waiting for Bound to kind of join him.
Play it.
Legend out ISO, ends up dying alone on Cafe. That lane is open. That's a source of intel for Formal as well.
Play it.
He tells them to all play right side. So he knows they're 3 stacked here. They triple up on right side. As they get aggressive, he's still thinking about that open left-hand lane, right? He's reading their approach. He knows that if they're putting pressure on right side, they're going to create a distraction. An opening is created for SR to flank through this right side of the map here if Legend's dead. So he's like putting pressure on PD, but timing their rotate. Legend dies on his own. He tells the team to play right. They 3-stack right. And then while he's here, he's reading the P Street overextend.
Yo, dead end. Last shot weak. PD last shot weak. I might get pushed from purple.
Might get pushed from purple. Approaches this cautiously because he knows that they could be coming for C stairs. And he's ready to first shot cycle off the rotate. So great read. Brings him to 1 shot, backs down.
Hang on, slow down.
Yo,
No, spikes one, cycle absolute. Spikes one, guys. 2 spikes, another 1 spikes.
Bound comes back like clockwork. His comms here and the reaction to the callouts is so perfect out of Bound and OpTic. Here's Bound's POV. He gets the call from Formal, knows they're 1 shot in PD. Renegade dies in the collapse. He immediately ejects himself. He's not going to try to get these kills. He just listens to Formal. And then E goes out C stairs, kills Cycle instead. He knows based off the back down in PD and based off the position of the other 2 players. Like he knows where all 4 are on the map now, right? When Bound has intel like this, even though he's 1 shot, he won't hesitate to move, right? He makes a crazy follow-up on Royal 2, gets him to no shields and chases him through center map. Like a gamble play like this is just so slick at a Bound. He's quick to listen to Formal. And he's fearless in this situation, just assuming, that, like based off timing, having backed down those players in PD, that if he's fast through mid-map, he's going to get away with this. Legend also follows him up, like frame perfectly. Bound and Legend fly over his head. He knows that if they're pushing this direction, it's going to open up PD, right? Look at Formal's rotation. He jumps out and to the back of B stairs and hides, cutting the angle from last shot as last shot comes out from PD. Nice and simple movement. And then sits here and hides. Waits for the nades to blow up. Once again, he's baiting his teammates here, playing off their aggressive play through the left-hand lane of the map. He plays it slow. Target selection once again. Doesn't shoot right away. Selects the 1 shot. Good reticle discipline. It's the same thing as his break on the last collapse. If he opens fire, he gives up his positioning. He's a solo player. If he gives up his information too early, then he's an easy kill, right? All this falls apart. So the patience here, the read on his opponents, the bait off his teammates, and his patience once he has the opportunity, right? All of that is so important. I love Legend's play at the end here too. Legend follows him up with the same G slide, playing hyper aggressive. Royal 2 has some great survival movement here. He sits behind the gen to stay up, and he actually gets the kill on Bound. Bound keeps him weak, which is enough for Formal later. Look at this rotate out of Legend. Nasty, right? Legend recognizing that the easiest kill he can pick off is the one that's running center map. So he cuts all these fights with the G slide out through ATM and picks off the 1 shot in mid. Instead of headbutting a 2v1, he very quickly like susses this out. You know, he's like, I'm at a disadvantage here. I'm just gonna fly through ATM and clean up this guy who's running.
One's Rail 2.
That creates a distraction. And then he carefully makes the push. He's going to select his targets properly here too, right?
I'm here.
Patient, doesn't open fire right away.
Man, launch reach. Nice, let's fucking go, man. They're fucking ass, bro. Yeah, good job. Let's go.
Holy fuck.
Oh, shit,
that's the pop-off right there. That's the pop-off.
Good shit, bro.
That's a nice close to a game.
Shit, boys.
Fucking ass, yeah. Yeah, you could tell that felt good. Yeah, Formal was he was reading the opponents, and he was also perfectly wielding his teammates, right? Which put him in the right place, the right time, back to back. His collapse with the camo, right place, right time. He selected the right targets. and played off the distraction from his team. The second time, same thing, just a rinse and repeat. And he's so accurate when he has the opening that he's able to really capitalize with like damage dealt. He doesn't have to do anything crazy. His teammates are doing that for him.